I just finished my master's degree in exercise science with a focus in exercise physiology, and I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts, opinions, and experiences through my master's degree. I don't really have a outline to how this is going to go. I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts as they kind of come up and talk through it. So, I think the first big question is, do you need a master's degree? That's what everyone asks, everyone talks about, and I don't think you need one. There are plenty of great coaches out there that don't have a master's degree, and I know everyone's situation is different on what they're able to do. I was lucky enough to have the capability of pursuing one. And I know there's some different options that I'll talk about, but I do believe that everyone should pursue a master's degree if they're able to. I think it's going to help. It's not going to directly help you become a better coach, but I think it can expand your knowledge, expand your experiences, and then help to push this field forward because there are some stigmas around this field about who we are, what we are, just as strength coaches or whatever. And I think the more that we can acquire, these higher levels and pursue higher levels of education, we can continue to push this field forward and grow. So, just a little about my master's degree. I decided to pursue it because I have an interest in teaching down the road. I had a really good experience when I was doing my undergrad, interning with my professor and helping the cohort below us teaching a few classes. And I really enjoyed that, which is funny because I never thought I would. I was the student through high school and even college that I was the worst student to have. I never did my homework. I barely studied. I got through. I was just kind of lazy, but I also think that came back to me wanting to do this because I had some really bad professors along the way or teachers along the way that were just your normal, hey, read the textbook, read the slides, do your homework, take the exam. That was it. Like they didn't make it very interesting. And some professors that, were like, oh, the whole class did terrible. Like it's the class's fault. And I feel like a lot more of that falls on the professor if the whole class does worse. But that's a topic for another time. I have an interest in teaching. So getting my master's allows me to be an adjunct and teach at the undergraduate level, which is kind of where I want to be at. And I also pursued it just because it would allow me to chase a higher level of education, and through it actually inspired me to dive a lot deeper into this field, take a lot more of a kind of growth mindset and understanding into this field, and has helped me grow a lot as a coach in about the year or so that my master's lasted. So I got my master's fully online. It took me about 4 semesters. I could have done it in 3, but I didn't feel the need to get it done any faster. So I avoided the extra course load and just kind of focused on doing it a little better across the span. I know there's some other options like you could do. I was working full time through mine, so that's why mine kind of worked the best online. There's other options, like if you're just coming out of school and need some more experience, you can do your master's degree and then also get a like GA ship and be a strength and conditioning coach. So you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting that practical experience, and some schools will pay you for it, and you're also getting education, which I think is the best of both worlds and probably the best way to do it. It just didn't work out for me because where I was going to school was across the state, and it allowed me to work as well. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to. There's some goods and bads with both. Like obviously, I could work full time. I was probably making a little more than a GA ship would, but some of the delivery of the courses was a little difficult or frustrated me because I had some teachers where the whole course was read out of the textbook, answer the questions, that was it. And I'm not dissing professors or anything like that because I understand there is a lot of work that goes into it and a lot of preparation, and she probably has other things going on in her life. But for me, pursuing a higher level of education, it felt very, low effort to me to just, I could go buy a textbook and read it. Like I was there because I was looking to continue my education and wanted some interaction with their professor, wanted them to give me certain things. And I just felt like I wasn't getting that. But on the other hand, I had some really great professors that had produced a ton of research and taught the classes very well. Like I had one teacher that I had 3 classes with that I absolutely loved how he did it because he has a lot of practical experience, and that was the best part about the class was he would present the information, present what the research is showing, and then would present how to apply it practically, and not take a lot of hard stances on a lot of things because in this industry it's not about absolute. It's about the context of this, of your situation and the environment that you're in. So I think that's why I appreciated that so much. Um, so there's some good and bads to that, and good and bad to the other. But ultimately, I finished up. I felt like I grew as a coach and as a person through this, and really enjoyed my experience. And as for what's next, um, I'm going to continue coaching. That's my big passion. I love being, working with people, being hands on with them, kind of pursuing a teaching job at the moment. That might happen in the summer, being a professor for an exercise physiology class at the undergraduate level, and kind of getting my foot in the door that way and seeing where that leads. As far as, continuing my education, it's going to, kind of be more my own right now, and away from the academia side. I don't know if I want to pursue a PhD right now. I said I would never get a master's degree, and here I am with one. So I can't say never, but right now I have no intentions of getting a PhD. I'm focused on kind of pursuing and growing in, as a profession, and not so much academically.